This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we have a Whirlpool gas dryer that is not starting. I'm just pressing the door switch to make sure that's working. It clicks, so it sounds really good. So we're going to try a few things. We've taken off the back panel, and I'm going to be removing one screw here for this high limit switch here on the back. And if this gets too hot, it can cut power to the whole dryer. I've got it out here and I'm going to test it for continuity, and if it has continuity we'd hear a loud beep, but we're not getting any reading. So I'm going to grab it with my pair of pliers and whack it down on the concrete a few times. Sometimes that can get these reset. Yeah, that works. So we can hear that it has continuity. So we're just going to reinstall that. One side of it has a little leg that fits into a hole, and the other side you put in a 1/4-inch screw to hold it on. So you can either buy this new high limit, or you can smack it down on the concrete a few times. If you have a multi-tester, you'll be able to see if it's reset and it has continuity. So this one's doing good. You got it put back in the stack. And the other thing that did blow though is there's another fuse, thermal fuse, down lower on the near the blower wheel that is also tripped. And this is usually a sign that the dryer is not able to get rid of the heat due to a clogged dryer vent tube. So we're also going to be replacing that. So we get putting that 1/4-inch screw back in, then we'll put the wires back on. And I'm sorry, this is not a gas dryer, but this is the electric dryer. So this uses 220 volts. So here is the thermal fuse. I'm taking the wires off first. Of course, we have it unplugged, and now I'm using a 1/4-inch driver to take out the one screw that holds it on. So when you have a Whirlpool dryer, gas or electric, that won't start, it's often this thermal fuse down here is blown because it got too hot, and again, usually due to a bad vent tube. Here's the part number for the thermal fuse. These are pretty cheap. You can get them online. And just going to open that up, put that into position, and then put the 1/4-inch screw on that holds it into place. Just slides in. And all we've done to get to this point is just take off the back panel, and it was held in with I believe it's 8 1/4-inch screws. And that allows you to get to both of these type of thermal switches that when overheated they cut power. So we get that back on. We're going to put the spade connectors back on, and that's pretty much a done deal. We just have to put the back panel back into position. So we're going to put that on and then add all those screws, 1/4-inch screws that hold it on. And then we're going to use a tool to try to clean the vent tube. A lot of times homes have a vent tube that's pretty long, that may go 20-25 feet, and they tend to clog up really easily because the engineers make these dryers to work well with a vent tube that's no more than about 10 feet. So when you surpass that, it's okay, but you have to clean the vent tubes maybe every 6 months, or they get occluded, and then you get this problem of these things tripping. But there's a company called LintEater.com that makes a really good vent cleaning tool that's really easy to use, connects to your drill. It comes in 3-foot sections. They give you 4 of those, which give you 12 feet in total. So if you have a longer vent tube, you can either come at it from the inside and the outside, or you can buy some extensions. So our symptom again was when you went to start the dryer and nothing happens, no response, no noise, no changes. So we're outside the house now where the dryer vent tube leaves the house, and we're using these 3-foot extensions with the brush, and we're going in and trying to pull out any lint that's accumulated over the years. So we're getting a fair amount coming out here. But the main problem with this arrangement was just the length of the vent tube going from the dryer to the outside was about 25 feet. If you have 10 feet or less, you probably never would have to use this tool. Pretty cool design though. You just twist in 3 feet, you go back and forth a few times, add another 3 feet, go in a little bit further, another 3 feet, a little bit further, and then you take out the 3-foot sections one at a time, and all the lint that it broke loose comes out with the tool. It's really clever. So we just replaced the one thermal fuse. We reset the one high up on the stack, and then we used the vent cleaning tool from the outside, and now we're doing it from the inside too, trying to get rid of all that lint. And if you have these longer runs like this, probably every 6 months would be great to avoid these high limits getting blown. The reason they blow, again, is just they get so much heat built up, and the heat can't go anywhere. So that it avoids a fire, the machine essentially turns itself off, cuts power. So we're plugging in the 220 volt power supply, and then we'll give it a test to make sure that it works correctly. Turn it on, and it fires right up. So that did the trick. I'm also going to go outside and take a feel for the volume of air that's coming out of the vent tube. It should feel pretty much like a hair dryer. Anything less than that means you probably need to clean a little bit more. So yeah, we got a good amount of airflow, and we know that that's done the trick, and we've solved that problem. So hope this works for you too, and you get your dryer going. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe when you get a chance.